run to the shop and give me that wrench. It better be the right one, so you run fast. I think that's how I got so fast. And now I go back to the farm. I was back to the farm for 2 days, like I said. Everybody's driving the Ranger and the Ford. None of these kids can run anymore. My nieces and nephews are all slow. And I'm telling them, I'm like, just don't start. Just go run to the shop and give me the wrench, whatever it was I needed. And no, he jumps in the four-wheeler rides. I say, well, there goes your future kid. It was just situations like that, thinking back to, okay, what advantage that was for me. And when I go to Iowa, then just the nature of maybe where a lot of us come from, and certainly where I came from, was, I wasn't really focused on, wow, I could go be a pro. That was my dream since, like I said, I was 5 years old. And that support system got me to Iowa. It was my dream to get there, but it was never really in the forefront of my brain. And I think the reason for that was, as my dad always said, never forget where you came from. And the other thing he told me this, I was at the father-son banquet in Mount Vernon. My grandfather was a speaker. And one of the important messages he gave to me was, and I always thought about this later on, because Terrell Owens, always did the thing where he pointed to his name, like he was the biggest superstar on the field. And I always thought it was important because my grandpa said, it's important for me to play for the name on the back of my jersey. Not because it's about me, right? Not because it's about look at me on the greenway, but to uphold the name, right? So greenway in our community is a very, it's a name that people look up to. Not because of me, not because of my dad, because of my grandfather. The way he ran his farm, the way he handles business, the way he doesn't undercut neighbors for if the land comes up for sale, just things like that, and the way they treat other people. And so to play for the name on the back of the jersey meant more to me. And I've tried to live that and think about that every time I come to an appearance, every time I go out and have a few beers with my buddy. You think about those things, okay? What's mom and dad going to pick up and read the paper tomorrow? Who wants to be a positive or wants to be a negative? And one of the reasons I started my foundation, we started in 2008, my wife and I, was to be able to give back in a bunch of different ways. And to use the NFL, for a lot of good. And I've been proud to be able to be a part of that. And when the tunnel vision I had at Iowa it wasn't about how can I be a pro? How can I leave early to get to that next level and realize my dreams? It was more about, okay, I'm going to go to work I'm going to be 15 minutes early to every workout. I'm going to try to outwork everybody in that building. And that was from the time before I was playing, the time I was an All-American as a junior. It just never changed. And I think because I had my nose down to the grindstone and was just working, I was majority, that 75%, are going to have to work for it, make themselves better. And I found myself in that sort of percentage. And the ability to work really put me past those guys. Now you jump into the pros. So when I came to Iowa, I was pretty much a nobody from a small town that wasn't supposed to make it. And I really hung my hat on that. Lunch pail work ethic, go to work every day, regardless, like I said, if I was a nobody or I was an All-American. Now I get drafted in the first round, so now the tables are turned on me. And now I walk into the building and everybody's expecting you to be great. You better be great or you're out of the league. And that was hard for me to handle at first because now there's so much pressure. You pick up the newspaper and, in Iowa it was easy because you were sort of the professional team and people kind of always had your back. There wasn't a lot of maybe negative articles or attention, put on you. But here, in the NFL, it's a different world. And while I think, me signing up and being able to be here for Pioneer and kind of represent what Pioneer represents, to me makes so much sense because, again, I go back to the farm and how that support system kind of keeps everybody together. Pioneer does it the same way. They have a support system for you. And when I got to the NFL, the reason I was able to have success was to put those things that, all the pressures, all the bad articles, I get hurt my first year, now all the attention, all the pressure to come back and perform, I didn't think about it from a standpoint of, well, if I don't go do it, I'm going to be out of the NFL. I leaned on the other people around me, my parents, my wife, and that has been the reason that I've been able to sustain an 11-year career, and for the most part, be consistent every year. Try to be the same guy every day when I go to work. Try to be the same person they're going to look to. A coach can look to me to come in and talk to a young player to get him straightened out. The coach can come to me and say, hey, we need the team. We need to have a meeting about this. This is going on. We have too many guys going out and getting in trouble. We have too many guys going out doing their own thing. We have too many guys that are on the field making mistakes because they're worried about their own production. They're worried about going to the Pro Bowl. They're worried about all these things in their contract to help them make money. Well, then it became my job as a captain and a leader down the road, 4 or 5 years down the road, to say, hey, you know what? This isn't how we do it here. And I think in some cases, maybe if people sit in this room as the next gen farmers, is that's now maybe your job, right?